we talk about blue collar cash, your book. Can you describe a little bit what the flow is of the book, the chapter? I mean, what's your process that people would get? I'm very interested. I haven't read it.
The first thing I do is talk about a little bit about myself and my upbringing. I was a horribly disfigured, facially disfigured kid when I was born, and I went through a lot of bullying and a lot of that kind of crap when I was younger. And so you have to get through that. And the best way I discovered the best way was through self-deprecating humor, and it worked, and it got me through all of that. But really, I kind of start with the fact that as a young guy, I was willing to trade, 10 hours for this or 20 hours for that. And it just kind of grew. And my whole premise of the book is, we all think that the only way you can be successful is a college degree, right? That's just this ingrained into our head. Well, first off, that's never been true. It's certainly not true today. It might have been true in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, maybe to some degree. But one of the things I tell them is, if you don't know what you want your life to look like, and I do that early on in the book, it's not going to matter what you do for a living. Okay. I don't necessarily even care what you do for a living as much as I care about what you do with what you do for a living. Okay. Like, how do you take advantage of those opportunities? And I talk about using supply and demand in your favor, and, how blue collar trades are just as financially viable, if not more, than white collar trades, especially in today's world, and how you don't have to go into debt to make these things happen. I spend a lot of time on emotions and teaching you how emotions are a choice. Most people don't understand that. But I really try to set the whole book up to where you're drawing the whole time. Like I teach you how to do the vision board in the very beginning. And I want you to draw the whole time while you're going through this book, so that every time you get something new in your head, that manifests itself in a better drawing, or a more detailed drawing, or more visions that you have, or more confidence that you have, or even thinking bigger than you were early on. So yeah, it's a pretty good journey. And it ends with giving back, and which is, of the eight or nine characteristics that are in the book that I think everyone possesses, giving back is a very powerful one. And I end the book with that.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how you give back. I know that's a huge part of what you do these days.
I think the worst thing you can do as a business owner is write a check to some, fund in Africa and say, look at us, we're giving back. Okay. I'm not saying that those funds aren't any good. I mean, there's probably 50 different funds that you send money and you don't know where it's going or who's using it or whatever. I like to involve the staff in actually the time, talent, and treasure method of giving back. And I got to tell you guys, I mean, I've been supporting Make-A-Wish. I'm the biggest supporter in Ohio, have been for a very long time. I've done a lot of cool things with getting involved in people where, the people the kids from Make-A-Wish, we actually visit them and they visit us, so that the company sees what these people are going through, and we follow them along their journey. We've done 13 or 14 children already in that regard. I can tell you also, if you don't have a lot of money to give to people, well, everyone pretty much that I know of has a Ronald McDonald House somewhere around them. And for $70, you and 6 people can go to the grocery store. You can buy a box of spaghetti. You can buy some frozen meatballs. You can buy some garlic bread and some salad. You go to Ronald McDonald House and you build this wonderful dinner as a team, as a group, right? Takes you 3 hours. You spend $70. You put it all in their trays and wrap it all up in foil. You stick it in the refrigerator, and then you disappear. You don't know who's eating it, why, but what you do know is some family who has some child across the street in that hospital who's suffering from some terrible disease is exhausted. They are mentally spent. They want to come home. They want to spend the night at that Ronald McDonald House, and they would love a home cooked meal. My God, right? So you don't know who it is. You don't get the credit for it. You don't see these people, but $70 in 3 hours of your time is the best thing you'll do with 6 people on your staff. I guarantee you, they will fight to go back and do it again. And there's lots of examples of how time, talent, and treasure you can use in a very concentrated way. It doesn't cost you a lot of money to give back.